Ed Opella.
Good morning. Thank you for all being here. I left some bios spread out along here that tells you a little bit about me, so I don't have to sit up here and blow my horn. Make it simple. I'm a Wyoming resident for all my life. Originally in Rock Springs. I moved to Casper in 1984. Got a business, operated it, and then I started doing some work with the public side, going to the city council for about 10 years. Served as the mayor for a couple of years, county commission and chairman for a couple of years. I was on the highway commission for 6 years. So what I'm up here for is to tell you that I've got a little bit of experience doing things. I think I work well with people. Sometimes I've been told I'm pretty hard-headed, but that's only my wife. So I hope to go down to Cheyenne to help out. I'm going down there. I don't have an agenda. I'm not looking to change the world. I'm going to go down there. They're going to have some serious issues now with money. I'm pretty good on budgets. And I think I would do a good job. I would try not to waste anybody's time. I like to make decisions, get the information, and make a decision, and go ahead. So if you think I'm the person that can do that, I appreciate your vote. Thank you.
Question number 1, Mr. Opella. Given our dependence on minerals and the recent drop in production and valuation, Wyoming now faces a funding crisis in K through 12 operations of approximately 25% of the budget. What are your thoughts on solving this problem? And you have 90 seconds for each of these answers.
Well, that's going to be an interesting question. I don't know if I can do that in 90 seconds. We've got a lot of problems there. I believe there's a subcommittee that went out and investigated this and had some ideas about cutting budget and stuff like that to the school system. But if you get short of money, first off, we have to fulfill the Supreme Court mandate. Then after that, we got to come up with the money for the maintenance and everything else. I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I don't have any brilliant ideas that I can give them other than go ahead and grind it out. What are you going to do? You got to take from somebody to get it going. And if it's whether it's the school education program is one of our priorities, then I guess that'll be one of our top priorities.
Question number 2, expansion of Medicaid to able-bodied childless adults has been an issue over the last several years. What is your stance on expansion of Medicaid benefits to this population group?
I don't know how to answer that because it would be nice to give insurance to everybody, but this has been a lingering question, and now I don't think we should do anything if I go down there now. I'm not going to suggest anything until we figure out what we're going to do with Obamacare and how that's resolved at the federal level. I don't see anything that we could possibly do, and I wouldn't want to even touch it at this point.
What are your general thoughts about the Second Amendment, and particularly local gun-free zones such as courthouses, schools, etc.?
Interesting question. I have my guns. I belong to the NRA. It's a difficult question. When I was sitting on the other side of the city council meetings and the commission meetings, I felt awful uncomfortable if I knew there were a bunch of people out there with guns. I don't believe that's the right place for it. I don't believe it's carrying guns in school, but I do believe that we should have the freedom to do this, concealed carry permits, but I don't want too many laws taken away. I just don't care for them.
Economic diversification is a buzzword in Wyoming. What does that mean to you, and what are your thoughts on diversifying Wyoming's economy?
I've heard that for the last 30 years, and I wish I could also give you a logical, reasonable expectation until we, the one we actually get in, we've tried CADA here in Casper, we've tried giving money to people to come here, encouraging them to come here, but getting somebody to come, this climate is one thing. A lot of people don't like the climate. I think we've got good infrastructure in most places, but I wish I could answer that question. I cannot. I'm not that smart.
Last question. Wyoming has a citizen legislature, but still requires significant commitment of time and energy. Do you have the time? Why do you want to serve in the legislature? And what makes you the most effective applicant to fill this opening?
First off, I have the time. I'm presently employed by the county part-time as HR director. If I were given a position, that would be up to the commission to decide if they wanted me to stay on that or do both jobs. I have the time to do it. If I had to, I would relinquish my job at the county. Don't want to, but if that's necessary, that's what I would do. Again, I want to go down and help out the people of Wyoming. Let's get something done. The bickering, the fighting, you're going to have a lot of new freshman representatives down there, and that's going to be an adjustment period, and there's a lot of tough questions to be answered. And if you don't have some kind of sense of compromise, you're not going to get anything done. So that's why I'm going, and hopefully I will do you a good job.
Thank you, Ed. You may take a seat in the audience. Ed Opella.
Well, as I was sitting up there, I was trying to think, what are my final remarks going to be? And I started thinking about, well, what would I want if I was sitting on that side of the table in a candidate to go down to the legislature? So I would look at it, knowing me, I like somebody that doesn't waste a lot of time, but has time to spend on the issues. That has a lot of experience, or some experience, depending on what you call experience, the public sector or whatever. So I think back to that the only thing else I would probably say would be to pick somebody that fits your bill. I'm not a flowery orator of any type. I basically tell you the truth. I think anybody that's known me for years, I don't use the word BS lightly, but if you ask me a question, I'll give you an answer. You may not like the answer, but it'll be the way I feel. So I would hope that you would think about me and select me. So thank you for your time and everybody that showed up tonight. Bye.
I will read the number of votes. Joe Maguire, 25. Ed Opella, 17. Bruce Sell, 3. Or Bruce Sell, 13. Sorry, number 3. Sorry, Bruce. Sorry. Beth Nakvar, 8. And Ori Patton, 0. So if Joe, Ed, and Bruce would visit with Mr. Chadwick before you leave, and he needs some information from you. And I thank you all for taking out this time on a Saturday morning and New Year's Eve, and Happy New Year.